Hello, non-sports fans. My name's John, and this is my good friend Brett of over 40 years. Whew. We're the oldest people on YouTube, except for that really old lady who opens packages, something like that. And this is Sports Poser. Poser. I'm a poser. Brett's not a poser. Here's the deal. Sports Poser is a show for people that don't know anything about sports, but don't want to be left out of those Monday morning sports conversations. Absolutely, Brett. Sports Gopher. We're now Sports Gopher. Excellent.
No, sports tossers. In English, sports tossers.
That is not a good thing to say, but I got your back. All right, so we got a couple sports to talk about today, Brett. Usually when football ends, everyone's like, what are we going to do for the next 6 months? But we have plenty to do. Let's start with hockey. A lot of people like hockey.
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell me about hockey, Brett, other than that our Avs here in Colorado are defending champions?
I mean, sports posers are going to like football, maybe basketball, but hockey?
Yeah, I know.
It's so niche-y, but it's a great sport, and the playoffs are really awesome, and there's some high-level battling going on. So you've got the defending champs, your Colorado Avalanche.
Yes.
My team in Raleigh is the Raleigh Hurricanes, Carolina Hurricanes, and they're really good too. So they're playing right down the road every night.
Both named after natural disasters. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I hadn't even noticed that. You're right.
Excellent.
But what I find the most interesting, and then you've got Boston Bruins.
Yeah,
have won more games than anyone in the history of hockey. Which, I mean, hockey's been around since people had.
So their regular season record is the winningest of all time.
Yeah, the most wins of all time. Not the best percentage record, but the most wins, which is 65 wins, which is really crazy. So their Stanley Cup, which is what you win if you win hockey, you win that little cup. Everybody gets their name on it. Mm-hmm. And they're trying to win the Stanley Cup against some other good teams. But what I'm really laughing about this morning is Toronto Maple Leafs. Toronto is Canada, right?
Yes.
Let me hear a Canadian accent real quick.
Ooh. Wow.
See, most people,
I would say cannot. Yeah. I mean, that would be it. I watched a lot of, Bob and Doug McKenzie, Great White North, but otherwise, I got nothing.
Well, then go ahead.
Yeah, I just did. I said A.
That was bad.
Poser.
Yeah.
Poser.
Okay. All right. Poser.
Poser.
Yeah, everything's a question in Canada. Do you watch hockey?
Oh, because it rises. Yeah, got it. Yeah.
So anyway,
I watched Letterkenny too. That I could use some from that, but none of it's appropriate.
Most people can't do imitations on command. It's very rare, so don't feel bad. But what I was trying to say is Toronto has not won a Stanley Cup since 1967. We were not even born yet.
That's a long time.
I mean, that's the suffering there is insane. So they have to watch teams like the Carolina Hurricanes, who won the Stanley Cup in 2006,
and Tampa
Bay Lightning. It's just got to be really difficult for the Canadians.
And Vegas.
Vegas is the number one seed in their area too, so in their region. So, man, if you're Toronto, you're just like, enough already. Come on, this has got to come back full circle at some point.
Why do we live up here in the cold, eh?
Might as well just drive down to Raleigh.
That's right.
Live there and be a champion.
Take these sweet mullets stateside.
That's right. Party out back. No, party in front. Business in front. Party out back. Hey,
yeah.
Sorry.
It's all good.
So that hockey's it's in the beginning and it's in the first round. Nobody's been knocked out yet, so we still got everybody alive. But you've got your defending champion Colorado and your Boston and like I said, Carolina. So there's some good teams. We'll keep track a little bit. We got a little heat for not bringing up hockey last time, so we'll continue to monitor that. It's worth monitoring though.
Bringing the heat to hockey.
That's right. Melt the ice.
Melt the ice. That's exactly what I was thinking. All right, baseball.
Baseball is interesting because, and you brought this to me, which is really strange that you added anything except.
Well, it was in the New York Times, and you can't get the New Englander out of the New Englander.
That's true. Yeah, the sarcasm's deep. Yeah, they sped up pace of play in baseball. So basically, they were saying baseball takes too long. Games were averaging 3 hours. Back in the day, like the 50s and 60s, the games went 2 hours. So there's all this extra time people have to spend watching this game, and if you watch baseball, half the time you're just sitting there waiting for people to actually do something, right? So they made the pitcher speed up, so he no longer can sit there and wait and take a long time. There's actually a clock right where he can see it. It goes down. If he doesn't get the pitch off, it's an automatic ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they got to speed it up. And then likewise with the hitters, they can't be in there going in there and grabbing their crotch, spitting and changing their gloves, and waving to the fan. They have to get in the box and be ready to hit. So it's speeding up the game, which is helping attendance, which it's a very competitive country for sports, and baseball was losing. It's been around since the 1800s and it was losing its luster. So they did something to try to fix it. And so we'll see how that works out. But so far, so good.
Cool. Fantastic. All right. The NBA, we're in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's kind of like hockey. We're at the same point here. We're at all the teams are still in it. No one's been eliminated yet, but the cream is starting to rise, if you will. And there's some storylines taking place. There's the two storylines that are the most interesting was Draymond Green stomping on that guy's chest the other night as he had his foot held and said he had nowhere else to put his foot except squarely on the guy's chest. And he got thrown out for the game, and it was big news because that's the Warriors are the defending champions, and he's their emotional leader. I hate that term.
Was that the? Well, you're of a certain age, Brett. Of course. Was that against the Kings? Is that right?
Somebody else. Yeah, the Warriors are playing the Kings. Yeah, and so that's tied 2-2. Warriors were down 2-0, and of course. At home, the Warriors are really good. So they'll go back to Sacramento tied 2-2. So that game 5 will be some really heated moments because I love seeing the YouTube fights in the stands after. So Sacramento and Gold State were just throwing hands all over that arena. I'm like, I don't understand how people go to these games and get in like massive fights, but I guess it makes it good YouTube videos.
Yes. That I can understand. So a lot of my friends were pulling for the Kings because I guess there's maybe a little animosity. Are people tired of seeing the Warriors? Is that fair?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they just throw up 3-pointers from everywhere. It's weird. It's weird to watch them. They're so good at shooting and they have 2 of the greatest shooters of all time. So they're just throwing up 3-pointers from way out. People are just tired of it. So you always want to see the defending champion get knocked off, right?
Except in hockey, anything but hockey.
We root for underdogs in this country, John.
Yeah, we do. And the Avs are underdogs, even though they're
No, they're not. They're they're the number 1 seed. So you literally cannot be an underdog against the number 1 seed. And last year playing Boston, who has the most wins in history. So in that final, then you would be an underdog.
Yeah. And we'd pull for the underdog. All right. Yes. What else is going on? What's going on with the Lakers?
The Lakers, did you see this guy, Dylan Brooks, was all up in LeBron's face trying to get to him, trying to be that guy that can really disrupt LeBron. And he was talking a lot of smack and didn't work out so well the other night. He went back to LA and the Lakers just pummeled him. I think it was like 39-5 or something in the first few minutes. And then Dylan Brooks was missing every shot, and every shot he missed, the Lakers fans would just boo him. And he's an ugly guy too. Like he's just sort of just not palatable. Like you just look at him, you're like, ugh. And so now you hate him with his big mouth. And then he's guarding LeBron and he freaking hits him in the nuts as he was driving. He literally punched him in the nuts and then got thrown out of the game. And then, of course, had to leave. So, and then, of course, the Lakers killed him and won. But man, LeBron, a lot of people hate LeBron, but I was really happy that he was able to shut him up because the guy's had a 20-year career. He's done everything you could possibly do. One of the greatest players of all time, whatever you think about him. And this guy's like taunting him and getting in his face. And so to see what LeBron said is this ain't my first rodeo with guys talking smack. So it was good to see him get shut down and the Lakers win because I just think he needed to show a little more respect for a guy 20 years of what he's done. Whether you like him or not, I don't really care. But
right.
You got to respect the other players, I think.
Yeah, well, at least now we know that guy's name, so we got something out of it. But to me, to get in LeBron's face, I would have to stand on our little kitchen stool.
Yeah, no, it wasn't wise. I think before the game, too, they showed video of him going up to him and like give him a little lecture, like just play the game. And I wish I knew what he said, but Dylan Brooks didn't have much to say back. So
No, not after bricking all those shots, I guess. So
no.
All right,
so that's it, man. There's not much going on right now. That's why I like football, because football is way more interesting than this. You've got 32 teams between all the hockey and basketball, and they're all playing, and that's interesting. But it's just
I don't know.
It's not football.
Philly has a team, right? There's something there. We can mine
Flyers. Yeah, Flyers. Talked to some few people from Philly that I know, and they saw our video where we were making fun of their city, and
how'd that go over?
They agreed. Thought it was nailed.
You guys really captured it. Beautiful.
What fires and swearing and cheese.
Wooder. So you didn't say anything about my big red couch.
Oh, it's beautiful. I'm waiting for Michael Jordan. Looks like a Chicago Bulls couch back there.
Some 23s on the wall. Look, that I got that at a Bordello yard sale. That big red couch. Sweet, huh?
Bordello. Okay, I haven't heard that term in a while.
Yeah, I always thought it was a type of wine, but I looked it up. All right, my friend. Good times. Thanks for the update. Posers, get out there and act like you know what you're doing.
Yeah, watch the damn video. We're losing. We have 69 followers now.
70. We have 70 now.
Who snuck in there?
I don't know. I'll look that up. We'll send them the bouquet like we did all the others.
All right.
All right, my friend. Take care.
Peace.
Peace out.